Indie Wavemaker is your host. Hi, guy. And next indie game we're talking about is AMP. That game looked really cool, and we got our developer Philip over here. Hello.
Hi, hello.
How are you doing?
I'm doing very well. Day 2 for us on the show floor.
Exactly. How is it? Like, I think I already see a lot more people than
It's
beginning of
looking
yesterday.
very
Yes.
busy this morning.
Yes,
Yeah, for Friday, it was very busy as well, but today we're already seeing
Yes.
many more
Like,
people on the show.
You know, like, it was really interesting because, like, I was, like, walking around, like, around 3.
Yeah.
The most people they had in every, like, looking at all the booths, this area had the most crowded people. So, you know, I'm going to say indie games are
We're the most
winning
exciting.
Right? Exactly.
Yes.
So, AMP. So we just saw the trailer. It kind of gave me a really nostalgia vibe
Yeah?
as well, like playing those games during the 90s on the PC or even on the arcade or maybe even Virtual Boy, if you want to say, like, it's like the vector graphic style, or Super Nintendo if you want to play Firefox.
Sure.
But then so I saw all of those and kind of got, it was interesting because it gave me that nostalgia retro vibes, but still new because it was just not only vector, but it also had solid. So I just want to know more about the game.
Yeah, sure. So, you got some of the references right already, which is that it's all about there's a bit of the Star Fox feeling in there. If you're familiar with Rez as well, that we took some inspiration from that. But also the 80s arcade cabinets where it was all vector graphics, as you say, with all the wireframing. So what we've noticed in the last day at Gamescom and the expo that we were at just before this one is that the main gamers who come to enjoy this game are the ones who have played one of those games that I referenced, or the ones who have been in the arcade in the 80s as well. So there's two distinctive camps of players, but they enjoyed the game for their own reasons as well.
Nice. So you kind of got two retro players, like the 90s retro gamers from the Super Nintendo era, and then the 80s arcade players. Both were like, oh my goodness, they're both great. And because it's really interesting because I see the vector graphics, right? Like the vector lines. But then you also have just polygon lines too. So you just kind of fuse them together.
Yeah, that's right.
Really
so it's not as clear in the trailer, but we'll see it during the gameplay is that everything happens to the music in the game. So what we'll see is that it's actually quite a lean-back experience where you're supposed to just enjoy the audio-visual of the game, but there's a bit of the challenge where it's still a rail shooter at the end of the day, but it's not a rhythm game, and it's not a bullet hell game either. It's somewhere in between where it's quite relaxing, taking a bit of both genres and just letting people enjoy the experience.
So it's more of like free roaming. Like it depends on the player if you want to play it like in a rhythm and ish style. If they want to kind of, or they want to just go ham.
That's right. That's right. So with this game, we're showing the alpha build. So it's quite an early one. We're only a few months into development for it. It's 3 months actually.
3
if you're
months.
really interested
And
to
you
know.
already have an alpha build.
We have an alpha build. We're showing it here because we thought we really liked what we did, and we wanted to see that before we build the rest of the game out, have we got the core elements correct? Because that's a lot of time and effort if we get it wrong. So we've had a lot of feedback. A lot of the feedback has been about they love that core gameplay. There are a few things where there could be better signposting because UI hasn't really taken its form yet in the game. But it's been really good for us. Yeah.
All right, then in that case, I do want to see more of the game visually as well.
Sure.
So if we can dive right into the game.
We can dive right into it. Yeah,
That'll
sure.
be great.
Right. So what we have on show is a 5-minute demo version. So I say it's 5-minute demo version, but there's different ways to play it. So if we absolutely need to, we can always repeat it, go a different path down the same level. So I'll dive straight into it.
Right off the bat, it's like super smooth frame rate. I was like, oh, nice. I was like, because you are playing it on the Switch, and sometimes Switch is not the ideal game console to get 60 FPS. I would say, not like I'm not like a FPS like freak, right?
Yeah.
But but at the same time, you do recognize that as well.
Yeah.
So right off the bat, I can see like the lock-on mechanics and then kind of shooting.
That's right. That's right.
For some reason, it is Star Fox, but my mind, I was like, oh, Panzer Dragoon. But
right. We've had a lot of references. There's also, is it Tempest 2000? I think it was. Yeah.
Yes.
A bit of Tron as well in here. Yeah. So there's a lot of people. A lot of people have referenced different things from their lifetime. Like, oh, I've seen this in X or Y. It's not always games. It's movies as well, like Tron. So
true.
It's been exciting to hear those references and going, oh, actually, I never thought about that one. But it's nice to know that there's multiple references out there.
And then I'm already hearing, like, because like the beat's like really simple, but then because of that, the locking on already kind of gets a and I was like, so you can kind of, literally make a beat while playing this game, which would be really
I mean, it's a nice feeling. This is what I meant by the lean back experience, is that I don't want people to stress out too much when playing this game. There have been feedback from the core gamers where they say, oh, they'd love to have a more challenging mode of this.
Yeah.
It's something that we've not implemented today, but of course we'll be looking into how do we make a more handicapped version or a score attack or a time attack. Or these are to be determined. We still have an open timeline on this.
Well, you only worked on it for 3 months yet, so I feel like there's gonna be a lot more time to get some more feedback and then more idea implementing hard mode, rhythm mode. I'm just throwing out ideas right now.
I'm taking those ideas. Then.
Oh, no. But it's actually really nice. And also, one thing that's soothing to my ear is like the sound effects is not too like, you defeat an enemy and you don't hear like an explosion like just completely slamming you, but it's just like, but then it is also satisfying as well.
Yes.
Oh, and now Rhythm Rockets.
Rhythm Rocket is one of the features is still in its it's in its infancy, and it's one of the ones where it's a really cool design. It's just that it wasn't signposted so well, so a lot of people miss it. But we'll work on that later. This is the main part of the demo, which is the boss.
Yes. All right, the beat getting faster. That's cool. For a moment when you entered the boss area, I was like, oh, the vaporwave stuff. I was like, oh, that's kind of cool.
Been a lot of references to that, yes.
So far, I feel like definitely it's like a lot more lean back. It's nice that you're able to like shoot down their bullets as well.
Yeah. So in this game so far, all of the bullets will be aiming at you. It's not actually avoidable right now. They will aim at you, so you have to destroy.
So you gotta destroy it or else.
That's right.
Got it. Ooh. That's cool. Like you're still kind of going backwards.
Yeah, it's like something's happening behind you. Oh, it's the boss. Okay, we have to get rid of him. Here we go.
Like I thought like it will be interesting because like have the same like mechanic, but then you're kind of running away and trying to dodge too. Like have a throwing. I'm just like, I can see like you're like trying to come this way and then try to dodge. Wow.
We're facing forwards again. It's the last part of the boss. So there's also 2 different weapons right now. This one is helpful when there's a spinning enemy like this. I can lock onto things around the back. It's harder to do with the default weapon as well.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
So far, you have like a maximum amount of lock.
Yeah, so with this one, you can lock onto 1+4.
Oh, okay.
So you lock onto one thing and then it locks onto 4 other things for you. The other weapon, you can lock onto 8 things, but you have to manually get to those enemies yourself.
So you gotta just aim at like...
Yeah. Okay, we've got down to the core. Here we go. This one will start attacking you constantly until it's game over. It's either game over for you or game over for the boss.
Oh, wow. So you just gotta keep on surviving and try to defeat him. But of course you're the dev. My goodness, like you're playing it like it's like just easy breezy right there.
I'm trying to put a bit of time in between, but yeah, it's kind of hard sometimes. There we go.
I like the sound effect is like sometimes like it's like modern, and then sometimes you just hear like a classic like Atari kind of explosion sound right now. Like,
And there we go. That's the demo.
So you say see you in 2024. You're planning to finish this game and release it in 2024.
That's right. What we're saying right now is around summer 2024.
Summer.
Summer in European terms will be about June all the way to September sometime.
So you're assuming that your development cycle is like going to be within a year.
Yes, we do.
Like I seen a lot of game devs working on games that I would, usually be like at least a year, and then they just go on. So I'm like, just mesmerized of, well, like in 3 months you made like a solid, amazing game that I can like watch then just really just chill. Like it's really nice to like watch. Sometimes like you watch streamers just play, and then it was one of those where like sometimes you watch streamer just because you're like, okay, I'm gonna sleep, so I'm just gonna put that like the game on, or not game, but like the stream on and just sleep. I felt like that game itself was like a really good game for a streamer to play for people to go to like sleep with.
Just chill. It's like one of those lo-fi music channels on YouTube as well. I guess it's one of those where you can just leave it on. There's music and it's chill as well. So yeah, as you mentioned, there's the one end where there's more players who want the challenging part. But the other end also expecting a more relaxing part where there's not even a health bar. There's no damage taken. That kind
just kind of like an endless chill mode.
Endless chill mode, yeah.
Which kind of reminds me, like now that I saw you play it, I wanted to see if I can try it out and see if I can see how far. Like it looked really like chill and I would say like easy. But I was like gonna say like maybe because you played it, so I wanted to see like a first timer.
It might be. The controller's right here.
Yes. So
have a go.
All right.
So we'll go through the switch menu on that. Then the game demo button will start up once, and then off we go.
All right.
There we go.
All right. So the controls, I guess it's quite simple.
It's quite simple.
And then fire. All right.
There's little hints along the way on what the buttons are for this game.
Okay. So right off the bat, I don't know if I can like. You hold it. Okay.
Yeah.
I was like,
you go.
okay, I'm not locking on that fast. I was like, what's going on? Okay. So right off the bat, I feel like I'm doing good right now, but then I'm not locking on like how fast you were locking on to enemies, and I realized like, okay.
That might just be because I know where they're coming from rather than...
So you went to the left, right?
I think I did. I forget now.
Yeah, I forgot too. I was like... Okay.
But here we go. Yeah, you're going through the main city. You're doing quite well here.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Oh my goodness.
You'll see that some of the enemies will shoot the bullets at you at this stage as well. I think you're going down the difficult path, actually. That means you're doing quite well, yes.
Why thank you. I am a gamer myself.
Oh, that's a good thing.
That was close. Oh. Okay. So that was like so we're following the boss.
Yeah, so we saw this hint where, this is a thing that comes up. We don't know what it is. For a first-time player, like, what is this? Can I shoot it? Lots of players will try to shoot it, don't understand it, but then we reveal who it is at the end, where we reveal the boss. Like, this is the person, this is the thing that you've annoyed, and it's now coming out to attack you.
It's like, finally I can attack him too.
Yes.
Kinda. All right.
But what you saw earlier is the empty shell of the boss, so there we go.
Okay.
Right, I think you're going down the easy path on this one now. Yes, there you go. So going down a different way. So you get a different set of enemies. There will be fewer bullets being fired at you as well, but there's still the challenge.
That's true.
Now you get your rhythm rockets.
Oh,
there you go.
Nice. Oh, so you got only 3, so I guess you gotta
get 3, yes.
So it tells you like the path. Where did that come from?
There's enemies I didn't delete from the original of the level.
They followed me.
Yeah. There we go. No, you've done well otherwise.
Okay, there we go.
Woo. There you go. Well done. Now you're at the boss.
Okay, so now let's see how the bosses are. Come on. There you go. Now they solidified, and you're like, all right.
It's counting up, pulsing at you.
That's pretty cool. Like, so when they're just wireframe, you can't attack them, but the moment they're solidified, you're like, okay, now they're like a physical being. It's like fighting against like two different dimensions.
Yeah, so the design idea was that anything that you can attack should be a bright yellow or bright orange kind of thing, minus the rings on here, of course, but those are the things that players can attack. Anything that's foreground will be a bright colored item. Anything background should realistically, in the final build, be like a dark thing with a bright wireframe around it. So what? For the boss was actually one of the earlier things that we completed because it was part of the original prototype that made us trigger and go, we need to do a game out of this.
Oh, so you kind of came up with the concept with the bomb.
No!
Don't.
There you go.
Okay.
Okay. You got it.
Okay.
Oh, nearly done with this segment. A little bit left to go.
I can't.
That?
Oh, there we go.
Should be a target area. Oh, there we go.
Oh, okay.
Nice.
Woo.
Okay.
All right.
On the last bit now.
Okay, so this is going to be the hard part.
There we go.
There we go. Okay, I think...
We do very well here.
Oh, my goodness. So, yes, I can see you were just really good at this game because this is definitely... Oh, my goodness. Definitely has a challenging part as well.
There is a challenging element to it. I mean... This is the middle road version of the game, I think. Okay, here we go. Destroy the core. There we go. All right.
Okay, there we go.
Nice.
Oh my goodness, you gotta destroy those bullets before they shoot more at you.
Yeah.
Oh.
There we go.
Woo, okay.
Congratulations.
See, like you were playing it really chill, right? So I thought I would be playing this super chill, which it was chill, but I was like kind of like on my toes. I'm like, okay, I'm gonna aim.
I think as a first time play, it's still quite immersive, and then you'll lean in and want to get through it. But then once you've played it a few times, you'll go, oh, this is I can do this. I can do this now. It's good.
Yeah, like I guess because like sometimes when you play a game which just requires like flying, it's sometimes it's inverted, sometimes it's not.
Yeah.
Right, and then some people just kind of select choose differently. I'm the type where I just try to get used to it.
Yeah.
But then because I need to get used to it, I'll need to play
I see.
times to finally be able to be like, okay, this is that.
Yeah, sure. Well, for this one, there's also one of the last features we put in just before the demo started is the inverted control. So the option is there for those who really want to do the inverted. And that's actually been proven really useful, especially for the players who go to the arcade and are used to the joystick up and down with the analog stick being on the surface. So down and up. Yeah.
Are you planning to kind of incorporate that, because I think there are like a controller
for
stuff like that.
Joystick controllers. Yeah. There's nothing specific in mind yet. But having been aware through the expo that there are a group of gamers who are familiar with that kind of control, who might want to do this on this game, it's something that we could look into. Yeah.
That's awesome. So you did say that you're planning to release it next year.
Yeah.
Is there, right now it's on the Switch.
Yeah.
Are you planning to release it on any other console? Like, for instance, if it's on the PC, then,
Of course. So it's currently slated for Steam release on Windows and for Nintendo Switch. And other consoles, I guess that's up for discussion right now. We haven't had anything planned yet. There has been some interest, at least from a personal perspective, to try and be on the other consoles as well. But it's all down to the planning for it. So, what we have right now is, in terms of the roadmap, we really have more levels, more options, more handicaps, easy level, easy mode, casual, lead back mode, the hard mode,
rhythm mode,
all of those. We still plan to hit those by mid-2024. And I have some confidence in that because for those who aren't aware of what we do, this is not our first game. So we have released games in the past, and for the feature set that we have for this game, we're confident so far that we will hit that mid-2024.
Gotcha. You're developing really fast. How many people is in your team?
One.
You say we. I was like,
I know.
I thought there might be more
it's
people.
It's a we where I'm so used to saying we.
So true, I mean, you are a studio.
Yeah, of course. I think it's just used to I'm used to it from my old days before I did indie games myself. I was in the broadcast industry managing teams as well. So there's always been the Wii feeling. I have to say Wii, especially if I'm the one managing the team of like 30 or 40 people. So it's come out naturally. But in this game, it is predominantly me. But in this particular case, the music has been done by a freelancer.
I was gonna say, like, did you make the music as well?
On this occasion, no. There's another game that we're showcasing and will be on stage tomorrow for you, which I did do the music for that one. But it's a completely different game from what you're seeing today. So, that's a different topic.
We'll talk about it tomorrow, which I am really looking forward to, for sure. So.
Cool. Yeah. So what we have is AMP. AMP. It's currently a one-level game. It's what from a project perspective is a vertical slice. You see most of the features working, and then we hope to build this out based on the feedback that we get today. How everyone on the stream says about it, how many people on the show floor say this is great, this is bad, or
are you planning to like release the demo to the public to just get more feedback as well?
Yeah, eventually we'd like to be involved in any of the demo festivals that like Steam does, the Next Fest as well. So we're aiming to be in one of those, but it's to be determined. But we do wish and hope that we will get a demo out for one of those later.
We'll be looking forward to it, yes, for sure. So for the people who wants to know more about it or keeping track about your updated information when your demo's out, do you have like a site or social media that you can actually just tell us so we can just kind of keep track of spy on you about the game?
Yeah, of course, sure. So what we have is a Steam page already for AMP. We're taking wish lists already on that page. Literally just search AMP. It should be the first result now, which is very exciting.
That's cool. Wish list is free all the time. By the way, guys, every time wishlist is free. Like my friend always tell everybody, like, guys, remember, wishlist is free. Do as much as possible. Everybody loves it. It helps the devs as well.
It helps us a lot. So if you're hearing this now, please wishlist on Steam, because that's where we get the biggest exposure right now. With Nintendo Switch, we haven't got the wishlist page up yet. The process is slightly different with them, but that's okay. So for now, we're keeping track on Steam. We also have a Discord channel for the corporate. Well, I said the corporate. The me group, the me Discord group for Sprytosaur. So it should just be the Sprytosaur Games or Sprytosaur Discord page.
How do you spell it?
SPRY.
Sprytosaur. Like a dinosaur.
Yes, like a dinosaur, but it's a sprite. Yes.
All right.
Yes. And then finally, you can reach out on Sprytosaur.com. That's got all of our games listed, including AMP, still in development, but it's on the page as well if you wanted to get a quick link to the Steam page as well.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Well, I'm super excited for that. Thank you very much for showcasing AMP. I can't wait to see your game tomorrow as well. Apparently, I will be hosting for that segment as well. So I'll see you tomorrow on the same stage. Different time, but same stage.
Yes.
All right, but thank you very much. Hope you enjoy the rest of the show.
Thank you very much.
See you tomorrow.
You too.
See
you tomorrow.
Yes.
Bye-bye.
And for everybody, thank you very much for watching. We'll be showcasing more indie games, so don't go anywhere because we will be right back.